Mojo is not a speed machine.
This is the very first time we're seeing any ground contact.
Hey look, we can see Texas for the first time in 5 days.
If you're just now tuning in, me and my husband Kevin are flying our 182A Mojo somewhere new. We are moving. All of our essentials are in this plane right now. We left Florida a couple days ago and we made it the entire way to Houston, Texas before we got grounded here for a couple days for a lot of low IFR weather, storms, lightning, thunder, you name it. Right now it's raining again. Once this rain passes, we will finally be able to get back in the air and start headed westbound again. If you guessed Houston in the comments, this was just a layover, and be sure to comment where you think that we're headed. So we have had a lot of decision making to make over the last couple days. We stayed in Houston much longer than we wanted to, but here's the reality. We have this really freaking awesome Garmin panel in Mojo, but our plane at the end of the day is still a 1957 single engine piston. So when I'm weighing my options and the option is to take off in low IFR, fly over low IFR the entirety of the route, and then land in low IFR, that's just too much risk for me in this aircraft. Even though the plane can do it and I can do it, there's just too many variables on what is the plan B if something were to go wrong. So decided to take some extra time here in Houston. We got to stay with some wonderful friends, so we made the best of it. And now it's still raining. Let's see. Yeah, pouring, might I say. And once this passes, I think we finally have a window to go that will be safe and makes sense for us to continue on our journey.
M67 Juliet Romeo, question number 3802 Delta. You cleared to Junction Airport via direct question via the Industry 1 departure. Industry transition, Victor 68. Marks intersection is Mike Alpha, Romeo Charlie Sierra. Then Junction on departure, maintain 2000. Expect 6010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency should be Houston departure on 123.8. Squawk code 4640. Hold for release. Go to back.
Skyline 3802 Delta's cleared from West Houston to Grand Junction via the Industry 1 departure. Industry Victor 68 Marcus direct, climb maintain 2000, 6010, squawk 123.8. I'm sorry, departure frequency 123.8 and squawk 4640. Hold for release.
0203 package correct, sir. Which one will you departing? How long before you ready?
We will be departing runway 33 and we are number 1.
Okay, give me 1 sec, sir.
Alright. 4640. And 23.
3802 Delta. 5 runway heading. Maintain 2000. Release for departure. Clearance forward if not for 5 minutes.
Runway heading up to 2000. Clearance forward if not up in 5 minutes. Skyline 3802 Delta. Right,
02 Delta. Rebecca is correct. Center departure frequency again. 123.8. You have a safe flight. Take care.
Thank you. 2380. Alright, you got Industry 1, Industry Victor 68 Marcus 2000, 6010, 23.8. We'll go ahead and put that in there.
Squawk 4640. Off in 5.
Runway heading.
And I have runway heading set.
Put that over there.
Okay. You don't need this?
Yeah, I'll keep it actually, you're right.
All right, guys, you're joining us after run-up. We just got our clearance. We are ready to rock and roll. Kevin's doing comms today. We have a real IFR departure happening, so we are splitting up some duties. That way we both can pay attention closely. Radio for you.
West Houston traffic, Skyline 3802 Delta, taking off runway 33, West Houston. Finals clear.
Finals clear. Runway 33 verified.
See ya.
Runway heading 2000. Power set full, indicating full, in the green. Had some shimmy there. Might have been slippery.
Yep.
Flaps, and we're gonna go heading. Alright, I'm inside. You can be looking outside
Copy.
since it's marginal, but we're flying IFR.
West Houston traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is departing to the northwest. Call West Houston. Houston departure, Skyline 3802 Delta, just off West Houston, leaving 900 for 2000, runway heading.
November 3802 Delta, Houston departure, ident.
Ident, 02 Delta.
I got it. Ident.
November 02 Delta, radar contact, 2 miles northwest of West Houston Airport, turn left direct industry, climb and maintain 6000.
Left direct industry up to 6000, Skyline 02 Delta.
Alright, direct industry.
Flight 335, I think I was a little early on that turn with the wind, turn left heading 300, I'll have another turn for you to join.
Alright, I'm a left turn, direct industry up to 6000. Agree?
I see it. Agreed. And approach 02 Delta, bases are 1400.
November 02 Delta, thank you. Let me know if you reach the top.
Roger, do you have any reports?
I do not at that area.
Copy.
And would you call the bases broken or overcast?
Overcast, 02 Delta. THC's looking good.
Yep, everything feels smooth. Keep an eye outside for icing. We shouldn't have any, but just keep an eye.
Copy.
Okay, climb
November
checklist.
02 Delta, I'm in altitude, maintain 3000.
We'll stop to climb at 3000, Skyline 02 Delta.
Bummer. Wanted to get
I
up
think
above.
we're going to get clear through it. Yeah, there's a lot of water on the runway.
Yeah, you felt that shimmy? I was close to aborting it because I wasn't sure, but then I could feel that it was just slipping a little.
Yeah.
It was the standing water that we went through.
So much water. Oh, this is enjoyable. Get some actual...
Flight 335, 7 miles from hello, turn right heading 320, maintain 2000.
For those of you watching, this is beautiful Houston.
35 approach, maintain 170
It's
knots
like
to the left.
bright. I feel like we're close because of how bright it is.
Turn right to 320.
And the tops reported were 3,500, I think, around here.
Yeah. It's a good thing we didn't pick this as
I'm sorry,
our
maintain 2000 until
final
establish
destination.
quickly ILS at 35.
We got some wind.
Flight 335,
3,000.
maintain 170
Leveling.
knots to the left.
And flight 335 will
And
maintain
pull the
170
power
knots or less.
Oh, we got 33 knots on the nose.
Okay, fine checklist. I did a flow. I confirmed, and cruise checklist confirmed. Complete.
Flight 335, contact Sugarland Tower at 118.65.
I need my glasses, but you can't see.
02 Delta, climb and maintain 4000.
Climb maintain 4000, Skyline 02 Delta.
In our plane, we don't do IFR a lot, so I just like want to triple check everything.
I'd say it's a good,
I can feel water coming in through that.
it's a good choice on the fuel stop. Well, if you didn't guess by now, we are westbound.
Yeah.
And it's February, so there is a ton of wind. Mojo is not a speed machine, but you know, oh well. Oh well. Not a lot of IFR flights that, like you said, on the channel, so this is cool.
Yeah, as I explained on the ground, we don't try to do a ton of IFR flying in the plane, even though it's capable. It's just a risk management in an old plane. That's the reality. I like to use it to get through layers.
Yeah.
I like to use it for marginal VFR. That's a really great tool to have all this.
If you notice, we're very focused because we're in an old airplane, so we got two proficient and, you know, very, very current pilots in here. I want to make sure everything's good. Flying Mojo and the soup is fun, but we got to make sure we're safe. 200.
200 feet to go. Temperatures still look good. Looks like we're kind of in a layer right now.
Yep.
We're in between some stuff.
November 02 Delta, did you reach the top yet?
We're in a layer here as Skyline 02 Delta, so negative.
Roger.
So no.
I got winded. Like we are in between stuff. I bet it looks like it's probably like 7,000. Maybe.
That's annoying because I filed 6.
Maybe, I don't know. It's tough to tell.
The PIREPs I saw that we would have been over it. We will eventually get out of it. I know that's for sure.
Yeah. There's a nice cold front that ripped through. So we've been waiting and
November
waiting
2 Lima
and
Foxtrot,
waiting.
contact Houston approach 134.3.
And we waited, and this is the best weather that we've had.
Lima Foxtrot.
Sorry, I'm not being entertaining. I'm very focused right now.
You should be.
You talk to the people. I'm in my own world.
You stay inside. So this is the cold front that we had to wait to pass. It did. Brought like pretty heavy rain, and the temperature dropped about 30 degrees. So now we're on the back side of it. But as you can see, it's still lingering. But as we keep making our way west, everything's supposed to kind of go away. So that's the plan. So we waited for that big old guy to pass, and here we are.
November 4 Sierra Mike, traffic 11 o'clock, 8 miles westbound Skyline. They're going to pass beneath you at 4,000.
That's us.
Hi.
Copy 4 Sierra Mike in the soup.
November 02 Delta, traffic 1 o'clock, 7 miles southeastbound Pilatus. They're going to pass over at 5,000.
Roger, 02 Delta. And anybody want to help polish?
I don't even want to talk about that
Send
right
some
now.
DMs.
I don't even want to talk about that. We have so much work to do.
So
this
much
plane
work.
is so dirty. Just don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Man, 33. It was saying like 25.
Knots of headwind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. This flight really is all about smart decision making and risk management, like Mindy said, and you know, our personal minimums in a 70-year-old airplane.
It's hard to make those decisions when you're qualified and the plane's qualified. Like you really feel pressured to go and you really shouldn't. Especially when you have get there-itis. Like we are so excited to get to our new home. Kevin's never even seen it. I went house shopping alone, well, with one of my friends.
November 4 Sierra Mike, traffic no factor.
So Kevin's never even seen it. I'm so excited
35 approach, expect light to
to go show him and get there and be there, but we just can't let that affect our decision making. And it's really hard. It's really hard.
So hard.
November 02 Delta, traffic no factor, climb and maintain 6,000.
I'm maintain 6,000, Skyline 02 Delta. 6,000.
6,000 set.
Yeah, and we pretty much, we took off just now. You heard I said base is 1,400. That's the first time we've seen anything better than low IFR in 4 days.
Oh yeah, by far.
So that was the best case scenario because that's
November
what...
02 Delta, contact Houston approach 124.22. Good day.
2422, Skyline 02 Delta, see ya.
November 4 Sierra Mike, also showing light.
Houston Skyline 3802 Delta, leaving 4,300 for 6,000, direct industry.
Number 3802 Delta, Houston departure. Roger, and when able, direct Craze intersection Charlie, Romeo, Alpha, Yankee, Sierra, Denmark, send us filed.
Direct Craze, direct Marks, as filed, Skyline 02 Delta.
Craze set, GPS, autopilot's following the nav. Craze is verified and it's on the scoreboard.
Cool.
Up to 6,000.
I think we're gonna get it.
The sweatshirt is soaking wet from being out in the rain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. Look at that.
I can't see a thing.
Look at that.
I'm still inside. You look at what you want.
We have made it on top, Houston.
Really?
Yeah. 40, I mean it's...
Once we get to cruise, I'm gonna hand you the controls.
There's a broken layer above us, but this is... And Houston 02 Delta, I'd say top's 4,800, but then there's probably another broken layer at about 9,000 feet.
02 Delta, Roger, thank you for that report.
Alright, passing 5.
And 02 Delta, you remember what the bases were?
1,400 when we took off from West Houston.
Holding airspeed with the autopilot. Now it's capturing our altitude select of 6,000. Leveling off. We don't have the automatic trim attached to our autopilot. It's not certified for our plane, so we have to manually trim, which it will come on and tell you if it needs trim, but only when it's really out of whack. So what I like to do is I get in cruise, kind of get to like a rough cruise setting really quick, just so it's kind of happy. And then I pop off the autopilot and see how it has a big pitch up. I will manually trim it because the GI 275 wasn't telling me to trim because it wasn't that far out of whack, but think about all that pressure that it's having to push on our nose to keep that 6. So I get it manually trimmed, hand flying. If I had used the autopilot for the climb, which I did today. And then once I get it nice and trimmed, then I just simply put the autopilot back on, and now it's going to be much happier than being like such force on our elevator constantly. So that's much better.
Sweet.
And then I'll go through and fine tune my crew settings. That's kind of my flow.
Well, that was eventful. Atypical departure for us.
Atypical?
Atypical.
Atypical. Not typical.
Crew resource management, right?
Your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Alright, got my sunglasses, my controls.
Your controls.
So, Kevin, everyone knows now that we are moving because you left ATC to pursue a professional pilot career. And why did we have to move to do that? Like, I'm sure a lot of questions are going to be like, well, why did you guys have to leave Florida? Surely there's flight instructor opportunities in your own backyard, right?
Sure. Of course. I'd say because an opportunity presented itself that was something that I was looking for. So I've taught in my career as a controller my whole life. So I wasn't really at first interested in teaching, but the more I thought about it and getting all these ratings at the flight schools and dealing with all the students and talking with them and seeing all the information that they would ask me and all the answers I had, it kind of energized me into wanting to do it. Like so I went up to Ohio and got my CFI CFI-I Malta. There's probably 100 students in the school at all times, and I'd say every down second I had another student comes up and says, hey, what about this? What about this? And it's always ATC, including the current instructors. And it really made me feel like, okay, this is something that I want to do. So committed to it. And then we started thinking about, like, what do I want to teach? Like, I really want to teach instrument. And what do I want to teach in? So that was a factor. And then there's this school, which I'm not going to share with you guys yet, because that's the whole fun about this video. But they said that they have an opening for me.
46 Kilo Victor, radar contact.
It's one of the best flight schools in the entire country.
Next, correct?
You're going to see a lot of that soon, but it just seemed like the cards aligned.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a clean slate, right? Like, change is hard. Change is good, but change is hard. And sometimes in order to make a big life change, you've got to do other big life changes too, just to like really set yourself in full momentum.
Victor, turn right heading 090.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like I wasn't completely sold on leaving my controller job for a few years. I was just thinking about flying around Orlando and getting my time up and eventually going to fly. But like Mindy and I sat down, she greenlit me. We're all in now on flying. Like I can't even
Victor,
think about how cool that is. Like I'm gonna teach, I'm gonna be a flight instructor, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like how cool is that to say I want to do this and actually get to do it?
You just gotta dive in. That's why on a much smaller scale, I really love those flight schools like how you attended. You went to one in Ohio where you go to it and you fully immerse yourself into the school. There's something to be said about moving and having a new environment while doing something new. It really allows you to have that brain space to be successful at it. And we've moved a lot in the past and it's worked out really well for us, and each move has brought new friends and new activities and new mindsets. And this is just allowing us to truly start a new chapter. And again, at one of the best flight schools in the entire country, like couldn't say no to an opportunity. Like if you're going to teach, especially as a career change. You're in your 30s and you're changing. Yeah, we're a little picky, but it is what it is. Like, we want, this is a very intentional change. So we have very intentional choosings on where you're going to work, and this is a really great place for you. I can't wait for you guys to see this place.
I can't wait for me to see, because I've never.
Yep.
Seen.
It's great.
Oh, man.
Well, we are here at 6,000 feet now. We have about an hour and 40 minutes till this fuel stop. This is not a tease of where we're going to be living. It's middle of nowhere, Texas. We are filed right now to Junction, which we may or may not stop in. That's the plan right now. It's marginal VFR, so I don't see why we wouldn't. They've got a couple different runways, and it's supposed to be kind of windy today. So that's the plan. You know, plans change, so that's all I can say. But I feel pretty confident with that plan now. So we will catch you guys for our approach and landing and Junction for this fuel stop. And then maybe give you guys some more hints on where we're headed. So be sure to drop in the comments where you think we're headed. Follow me on Instagram to see more daily content. I will probably announce both at the same time, but you'll see a lot more flying on my Instagram account. So be sure to follow me there, and we'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Okay.
Welcome.
We are in a descent right now to 4,000 feet.
It's
It's been straight up IMC the entire way. Well, we've been above the layer, but this is the very first time we're seeing any ground contact. This airport junction is the very first VFR on the other side of all this IMC weather. So this is the first time it's breaking up. We're descending in now for landing. We'll be landing to the north, runway 35.
Yeah, we had about 42 knots directly in the nose, so we were in 2 digits ground speed.
Yeah, the lowest I saw was 92 knots. And we're true like 132, 133.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking annoying. Headwinds.
Junction traffic, Skyline 02 Delta, about 10 miles to the east inbound, full stop, runway 35 junction.
802 Delta, Kimball County Airport, 12 o'clock and 900 miles.
Is 4,000 as low as you can get us, Skyline 02 Delta?
Affirmative.
Roger that. I'll keep you posted, and the weather was showing clear and unlimited, but it is definitely not.
We're 6 miles out. If we did fly the RNAV, we would definitely get below.
Sure.
And we could then do a circle. So let's just see what the next couple miles gives us.
Houston 02 Delta will cancel. We got the field in sight.
Delta, Roger, I4 cancellation received, squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
1200, thanks for the help, 02 Delta, see ya. Kimball County, Skyline 02 Delta is 4 miles out, inbound, full stop, 35, Kimball. Hey, look, we can see Texas for the first time in 5 days. Wow.
All right, VFR just canceled our IFR. Field's in sight, below the cloud deck. We'll zip around and land 35 to the north.
It literally stopped over the field. Look at this.
That's what we suspected.
Look at this.
It's beautiful now.
It's beautiful.
At the 11th hour, we're 2 miles from the field, and this is when it broke up officially.
Crazy. Kimball County, Skyline 02 Delta, left downwind, runway 35, Kimball.
Okay, pulling around into the downwind. First notch flaps. Just had to
Kimball County, Skyline 02 Delta, turning left base, runway 35, Kimball.
Just gonna go early flaps too.
Final is clear.
Final is clear.
We're at 500 feet now.
Alright, turning final.
Kimball traffic, Skyline 02 Delta, turning final 35, Kimball. You're gonna have a little bit of wind, yeah, so keep it steep. See a bird up there.
Yep, we're under. Looking for 75 to 80. Gonna carry just a little bit power through the landing.
Yep. It's almost like you're a professional. It was 20 knots. Now it's 10 knots. Super cool.
Yeah, it's slowing down fast, I'll say that.
Alright, cool.
We'll be off at Charlie to the field fire.
Kibble traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is clear of the active. Kibble.
Alright, gang. We are pulling in now for some gas, and we'll catch you for the next video. Is it our last one? The next one? I don't know. You'll have to see.
You'll have to find out.
All aircraft inbound to Sun and Fun via the Lake Park or VFR arrival procedure. Welcome.
Boeing RV over the power plant, Rocky Way.
All aircraft inbound from the lake, follow I-4, need you a half-mile in trail. Make the left turn at the golf course in between the water towers, cake tower off your left, golf ball shaped tower off your right.
21 downwind turn base. Start your turn.
Tail dragger, keep the speed up, slide all the way down the runway, tail dragger, all the way down the runway, at or after the orange dot.
Low wing, turn your base, you're clear to land runway 28 right. Start that base low wing, right-hand turn, all the way around to direct the orange dot, you're clear to land on the green dot. Great job, low wing. Welcome to Sun and Fun.